Also new, Ad 6, a congressional redistricting map that favors Republicans is one step closer to being approved after a state Senate committee voted in favor of it.
So it could potentially add a Republican seat in Georgia's congressional delegation. And critics point out that it would also reduce the impact of voters of color. 11 Alive's Doug Richards live in DeKalb County to explain for us. Doug?
Yeah, the road that you can probably barely see behind me, English Oak Drive in Doraville, represents one of the congressional district lines. District 6 is over here, District 7 is across the street. It's one of the lines that's being shifted, and this reapportionment plan that Republicans are pushing rapidly through the legislature. Critics say that it also targets communities of color like this one by moving Democratic and voters of color out of districts like this one unfairly. In the last decade, the city of Austell has elected its first black mayor and city council majority. The city has been represented in Congress by Democrat David Scott. The Republican map would move Austell out of Scott's district and into the district of Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, she does not represent those values.
Congresswoman Greene is a conservative conspiracy theorist popular on the rightward fringe of the GOP, but not popular in Southwest Cobb, according to some residents.
It is heavily black and brown, and I am totally confused as to how it is proposed to be a part of District 14 with Marjorie Taylor Greene.
The Republican redistricting maps have redrawn communities of color elsewhere. In the northeast suburbs, the 48th Senate District, held by the state's first Asian American state senator, Michelle Au, got redrawn from a district mostly of color into a majority white district. In the northern suburbs, Republicans switched up the Democratic-leaning 6th and 7th districts, putting African-American Democrat Lucy McBath in a new Republican-friendly 6th district. Ron Davis of Austell told lawmakers it represents a pattern.
But we cannot say that we have a functioning democracy and there's a population of people that aren't represented. That is hypocrisy.
Democrat Lucy McBath represents the congressional district on this side of the seat. The plan under the plan that's being considered in the legislature is to relocate all the folks in this district, this part of the district in DeKalb County, into Hank Johnson's Democratic seat, which is basically a safe Democratic seat, and that would drain all of these Democratic votes out of Lucy McBath's seat. Likely, or potentially at least, forcing her out of Congress altogether, potentially.
All very interesting. Thank you, Doug.